Good afternoon and welcome to the news at noon. My name is Evan Sunukoge. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has approved the appointment of Dr. Olugbe Mishola Titilayo Odu-Tsote as the new Director General of the Nigerian Law School. The appointment takes effect from January 10, 2026 for a 4-year tenure. With this development, Dr. Odu-Tsote becomes the first female Director General of the institution since its establishment in 1962. She will succeed Professor Isa Hayatu Shiroma, whose 8-year tenure ends in January 9, 2026. Dr. Odu-Tsote, who is 57 years old, currently serves as the Deputy Director General and Head of Lagos campus of the Nigerian Law School. She holds a Bachelor of Laws degree from Obafemi Awolowo University and was called to the Nigerian Bar in 1988. She joined the Nigerian Law School in 2001. As Director General, she will oversee academic and administrative activities of the Nigerian Law School across all campuses and provide strategic leadership for the institution. The appointment was announced in a statement issued by the President's Special Advisor on Information and Strategy, Bayo Ananuga. The chairman of Akoko-Edo Local Government, Right Honorable Alabi Blaze Oshonogwe, has assured the residents of adequate security of lives and property. He gave the assurance shortly after visiting victims of a recent kidnap attempt. Donald Hemiye has the details.
Right Honorable Alabi Blaze Oshonogwe visited the two hospitals where the injured victims were receiving treatment. He disclosed that a comprehensive manhunt has been launched to track down the fleeing suspects and bring them to justice. The Akoko-Edo Local Government Chairman also visited the scene of crime while returning from an official engagement in Benin City. A child divisional police officer in Ibilo 25 regular patrols in the affected area to consolidate security gains, assuring residents that adequate measures have been put in place to ensure the safety of life and property across Akoko-Edo. According to eyewitness accounts, the operatives of the Edo State Security Corps, in collaboration with other security agencies, successfully foiled a kidnapping attempt by suspects disguising in uniform of one of the security agencies. The incident occurred along the Ekpedo-Bekuma, Langpese, Ibilo Road in Akoko-Edo Local Government Area. From Akoko-Edo Local Government Area of Edo State, Donald Eminyen, ITV News.
Some Benin City residents have called on the Edo State government to urgently restore sanity to the intra-city transport system, particularly through strict enforcement of the state-approved color codes for commercial vehicles. They say the measure will not only improve orderliness, but also help curb rising criminal activities linked to unregistered and improperly branded vehicles. Donald Hemiye again brings the details.
Concerned residents of Benin City are raising alarm over what they describe as a growing disorder within the city's intra-transport system. They say the neglect of the state-approved color codes of yellow and red for commercial buses and taxis have made it difficult to distinguish legitimate operators from criminal elements. Security stakeholders argued that proper vehicle identification remains a critical tool in crime prevention as it enhances monitoring, accountability, and quick response by law enforcement agencies. Some residents in Benin City lament harassment and insecurity, calling for stricter regulation and enforcement to restore confidence in public transportation.
Previously, we used to know that there was a color code, ox blood, and yellow, but right now, everything has gone haywire.
Can you try this in Lagos State? Say you are riding commercial buses. If you know you are not commercial, don't commercial. Than for you to be
Every colored vehicle for the state have a number. If any crime is being committed, you don't even need to look at the plate number.
It's unsafe. We started with color pedestrian for allow different colors to be used.
Responding to the concern, Edo State Commissioner for Transport, Honorable Saturday Idin, assured residents that the government is committed to sanitizing the transport sector. According to the commissioner, plans are underway to enforce compliance with approved color codes, strengthen monitoring mechanism, and work closely with security agencies to ensure safer movement within Benin City.
When we are going to start enforcement, we are not going to spare anybody. We'll give them the time of grace since November till 12th of January, which is Monday coming week.
Stakeholders believe that sustained enforcement and cooperation from operators will go a long way in restoring order and improving public safety across the state capital. From Benin, Donald Ehiminyem, ITV News.
The People's Democratic Party, PDP, on Tuesday took its festering leadership crisis to former President Goodluck Jonathan as members of the party's National Working Committee held a closed-door meeting with him in Abuja to seek guidance, reassurance and direction at a critical moment for the opposition party. The meeting was held at Jonathan's office in the Maitama area of the Federal Capital Territory. In attendance were members of the NWC, several states and PDP chairmen, former governors, members of the Board of Trustees, the Founding Fathers and Founding Mothers Forum, former ministers and other senior party figures. Discussions at the meeting centered on the state of the PDP, its internal leadership disputes, efforts to reposition the party, preparation for the off-season governorship elections, and broader national issues. The visit came amid a deepening crisis within the PDP, with two factions laying claim to the position of the national chairman. Abdurrahman Mohammed is backed by a camp loyal to the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, while Tamiu Turaki is supported by camps aligned with Bauchi State Governor Bala Mohammed and Oyo State Governor Sheyi Makinde. Moving on now, the Nigerian Center for Disease Control has reported 21 new confirmed cases and 5 deaths of Lassa fever in the last week of December. This was contained in a published Lassa fever situation report for week 51 in December. So far, 206 people have died from the disease, with the highest number of cases reported in Ondo, Bauchi, Edo, and Taraba states. Young adults aged 21 to 30 remain the most affected, and men and women are nearly equally at risk. Health authorities are warning that a late presentation of cases has contributed to the rising death rates, urging citizens to maintain good hygiene, avoid contact with rodents, and seek medical attention promptly if symptoms appear. The Nigerian Army has said it is considering a major deployment of troops to security flashpoints in Niger State to curb renewed bandit attacks on communities. The Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Wide Shoaibu, disclosed this in Mina on Tuesday after declaring open the 2026 Nigerian Army Doctrine and Training Conference organized by the Training and Doctrine Command, TRADOG. The 5-day conference with the theme Enhancing Nigerian Operational Outcomes through Effective Training and Doctrine Implementation. Lieutenant General Shoaibu said the proposed deployment is in line with directives from President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to apprehend those responsible for the attacks and restore security in affected areas. He explained that the Army would increasingly leverage technology to strengthen ongoing operations, improve troop effectiveness, and respond to emerging security challenges in Niger State and across the country. The Chief of Army Staff commended President Tinubu for his sustained support for military training and capacity building, describing training as central to operational success. He reaffirmed his commitment to transforming the Nigerian Army into a more professional, adaptable, combat-ready, and resilient force capable of fulfilling its constitutional responsibilities within a joint and multi-agency framework. Lieutenant General Shoaibu also pledged his loyalty to the Tinubu administration, assuring that his leadership would remain focused on addressing Nigeria's security challenges. And in the world of business news now, Tons has announced a landmark collaboration with Sterling Bank, one of Nigeria's leading full-service commercial banks, to drive easy access across border payments for Nigerians in diaspora. This alliance ultimately ushers in a new standard for cross-border payments, empowering Nigerians abroad with a quicker and simpler method of sending funds home. With an estimate of some 10 million Nigerians living and working abroad, Demands for fast, transparent and dependable financial connections to home has never been greater. By leveraging Ton's direct global network, Sterling Bank is rolling out this enhanced capability across multiple European markets, giving customers abroad a more consistent way to support their families and manage finances. Thorns is a smart super highway to move money around the world. This alliance means that new and existing Sterling Bank account holders can now enjoy seamless instant payments across borders. Recent research released by Thorns revealed that for nearly half, 46% of diaspora customers across Europe sending money home is a regular and essential financial activity comparable to paying rent or utility. And for entertainment news now, the West African cinema industry recorded a strong performance in 2025, generating a total box office gross of 15.6 billion naira from theatrical releases across the region. The figure compiled by Fame One Entertainment shows a total of 2.79 million people who went to see movies in cinemas in 2025. With 248 new films shown across 122 cinemas in West Africa. According to the scorecard posted on the film's official Instagram page on Tuesday, 16 movies across the 200 million mark, while 14 Nollywood films earned above 100 million naira. The average movie ticket price for the year stood at 5,596 naira in the subcontinent. Behind the Saints emerge as the highest grossing Nollywood title, while Film One Entertainment ranked as the highest crossing distributor of the year. You're still watching the news at Unknown. More stories will come your way after this time. Please stay tuned. And still on the news at noon, in the world of sports news now, Amanda Diallo starred as a defending champions. Cote d'Ivoire cruised past Burkina Faso and into the quarterfinals of the 2025 African Cup of Nations in Morocco. The Manchester United winger put the Elephants ahead in the 20th minute when he sent a dink finish past goalkeeper Herve Kofi from close range. 12 minutes later, Ahmad laid on the second for Yan Diamonde, who sent a calling finish past the wrong-footed Kofi from just inside the area. Dango Quatara came close to pulling one back for the Stallions before the break, but his right-footed effort hit the base of the left hand upright. Teenager Boza Mana Tuare grabbed the third late on with a fine solo goal, racing forward from midway inside his own half and beating Kofi with a clinical finish. MS Affairs men will now face a record 7-time champions Egypt, who beat Benin Republic 3-1 after extra time on Monday in a heavyweight last 8 clash in Agadir on Saturday. More stories will come your way after this time. Please stay tuned.
The Ekoko masquerades from Ute village, whose cult is connected with Obaeware and his mother, Elere, appear on this occasion to bless the Oba. Ekoko is a ritual masquerade that dances to please the guests and the Oba.
You're still watching the news at noon. Just before we go, reports reaching us confirms that former Attorney General and Minister of Justice Abubakar Malami has just been granted a bail. Others 500 million bail. Details of this will come to you subsequently in our news bulletin. And with that, now we're in the news at noon. Thanking you for watching. My name is Evan Sunokogi. Good afternoon.
ITV.